And we are live. Hi everybody. Welcome. So we are back with some more of the classic Resident Evil 2 playthrough. We're going to be continuing through the station as Leon and Leon A. And we'll see how things go on this one. And hopefully the tank controls will be a lot more kind to me this time. So yeah, hope you're all doing okay. I've been fine myself. I got to go out with my family for a really nice dinner. Got to hang out with them for a little while and see how my mom's doing. My mom's doing a lot better. She's been able to actually go out on drives with my dad now and, you know, be able to venture out. And we managed to have a nice dinner together and catch up on things and see how things are going. So, yeah. Besides that, I also had done a nice little outing when I was just on my own earlier today. I went out to get some supplies, just some paper towels and toilet paper and stuff, and I thought, okay, it's been warm lately, so I want to get myself an iced coffee, like some kind of iced coffee drink. And when I get to the grocery store, I see that apparently there's a whole street that's taken up by a Saturday market. So that was really cool. So I got to walk around there and try some things, but I'll continue on with that. But we are still going to go with this. I'm going to turn that on with the capture. Wrong button again. And yeah, last we left off here, if I remember right, we had doused the helicopter and... Let's see, we doused the helicopter, we'd gone through a lot of puzzles, and then... What else was there? We had to take Marvin... We had to kill Marvin because, unfortunately, he turned. That's the wrong button. What was the button again? That was it. I'm low on ammo, but that's fine. Let's see, and we got the heart key. Like, we essentially started the game, got the heart key, and now we've got a few places we can go to. Or maybe just only one door. Huh. Okay, looks like just one door we can go through. Oh, wait, no. I think I tried to go through that one door that I got the key in, but I... Oh, wait, no, I did go through it. I just had to kill every zombie that was in there because they were going to destroy my ass completely. Yeah, so that's kind of it. That's all we really did. We are hurt, but I think if I play my cards right, survival could be possible. But yeah, I hope you're all right. And to talk about the Saturday market for a bit, I actually had a really nice time because it was taken up... It took up a majority of this Main Street area in the town that I live in, and it had an array of things to check out, from plant starters to coffee trucks to food trucks to even like crepe stands. And I didn't know about it, and I was only there for a little bit because by the time that I had actually no, I want to go this way, because like by the time that I had found out about it, they were close to their closing time because they closed at 12:30, and I was really mad at myself because I was like, fuck, how nice would it have been to like get more things there? Because I walked around and I got some coffee drinks for myself because, as I said, needed some colder coffee drinks. And then I saw that there was like a crepe stand that I wanted to get, but it was also picking up in wind and rain. But the other thing that I was interested in was a, oh wait, no, the station thinks this way. But the other thing that I wanted to get was some baked goods from a bakery stand that was there. This baked goods stand having coffee cake, which alongside bread pudding and pecan pie is one of my baked good weaknesses. And the other baked good weakness that I have, which is lemon poppy seed bread. I kick myself for not getting it. I was like, fuck, I should have done that. But at the end of the day, I'm at least glad I know about it now, because apparently it's a thing throughout the summer that is done. For Forgot about this guy here. It's a thing that's apparently done throughout the summer where you can go to this market. So next week I'll for certain have time to do it, but I felt so stupid. I was like, shit, I missed out on that. All right. So now we have that. But I did come out of that Saturday market with a nice find. Yes! Oh my god, finally! Now all I need is ammo. The find being, I managed to get myself some homemade kimchi from this Middle Eastern and Southeast Asian food stand. And I wanted to try their chai latte as well that they had there, but unfortunately they were out of that, which had me sad, but what can you do? A club is etched under the keyhole. Okay. What is this? Just need to open close of the switch shutter. Can't be activated since it's cut. So maybe I need to find another one. So yeah, that was a nice little discovery. And then after I had done that, oh fuck. Well, I'm out. Oh my god. Whoo! Good dodges. I don't think this was a good spot to go to. Alright. I think I might need a reverse course here. So yeah, I'm glad that I went out when I did, because it was not just the, it wasn't just the, serpentine, serpentine, serpentine! I'm dead. Shit. Alright, well, now that I know about that, I'll try to just avoid instead of shoot, because I thought it was just the one. Aside from getting the homemade kimchi, I also had gone to a thrift store that I had been to a number of times before, but because I had a gift card, I thought, oh, what if I find some good things? And I did. I managed to find myself a black jacket that I knew would be a good fit for me, and it was. And then I proceeded to find a new wallet for myself, which I really had needed. And I also got a, I'd also gotten a potato masher that I found in their kitchen section, because there are going to be instances when I'm cooking where I'm definitely going to want the ability to either mash some potatoes up myself or mash up beans for refried beans, because I like having refried beans with stuff whenever I do something like make enchiladas or something along those lines. And yeah, I mean, after that, I then also got some birria tacos, and it was just a really, really nice little outing that I had. It was good. I had only really... I didn't really face any major traffic problems either. It's just, I just didn't expect that Main Street Market thing to happen, but I'm glad I got to it when I did. So, good finds. Good finds in a good, relatively good day, which I needed after the just slow and tiring week I had. But, at the very least, we had a lot of interesting announcements that happened. Some good, some really shit. And in general, some other things that came around that I'm pretty excited for. Like, this month, Steam Next Fest is going to happen, and the 19th in particular is when the day will happen, and when I'll just go ahead and likely start up that demo day idea, because for those that don't know, every month I do like a day or so where I take a look at game demos of games that I found. And for June, I've got an idea. That looks like a boss room. For June, I've got an idea to where I want to, instead of do just one day, because I have because I have the Friday of the Oh God. Electronically locked. There's a card reader to the left. Okay. Oh shit, shit, shit. Get out of my way. I'm gonna die. Yep. God damn it. Oh, tough shotgun rounds. Trying to figure out where else I can find some ammo too. Well, in other cases, I also had on top of finding demos, I wanted to probably dedicate the entire 3-day weekend I'm going to end up having to a Next Fest demo showcase. So that's what I'm thinking of doing, and that's going to be on us before we know it, because the 19th is like 3 weeks away, and that's going to be here before we know it, so I wanted to try to do something a little special. So that's just a thought. A little thought that I had. And I also made this announcement on Twitter, or not Twitter, Blue Sky. And I also will make the announcement here, and I said it on my YouTube as well, that starting next week, my schedule for the days is going to be different. So instead of doing streams on the weekend like I have been for the past 9 or so months, I think, I'm gonna be doing streams during the days because my changes to a summer schedule for the next few months. So, or my change in the summer is to a day schedule for the next few months. So I'll have some time in the day to actually do streams. They aren't gonna be as long as my weekend streams are. They're gonna be like probably 3 to 3.5 hours, but they'll be more frequent this time. So with that in mind, starting from next week, the streams are going to go from Tuesday through Thursday, starting at 7 p.m. CST. So I'm just letting the VOD watchers also know about this because, you know, that way there's also going to be more frequent uploads. And it also means I can likely get to some games that I've been meaning to for a while, which I'll be really glad about because there have been a lot of games that have come out that I'm really excited to try. I just haven't had the time to get them. One of which being Mina the Hollower, which, you know, y'all saw that I did a demo video on for that game. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be another, it sounds like it's another feather in Yacht Club's hat, which I'm personally really glad about because while I love Shovel Knight, I'm glad to see something really new from Yacht Club on, you know, new dev stuff from them. Let's see, what other very big video game things happened? There was an indie game presentation that I learned about for indie stuff that I have the, I have that presentation on like a watch later kind of deal, but I just haven't had the time to sit down on it yet because I've been busy. But it is in the idea. I am gonna watch it to look for games to play in the future. Oh God. And there she is.
Sorry about that. When I saw the uniform, I thought you were another zombie.
Who are you?
Ada Wong.
And what are you doing here?
I'm looking for some guy named Ben. He's one of those reporter types, always looking for a scoop. I heard he was locked up in the cell block only there's a wrecked car barring the entrance. I've been trying to find another way inside. If we work together, we can move this thing. Give me a hand here, will you?
What do you think I am, a Viltrumite? I can't do that. The handbrake is loose, but I can't move it alone. Can't move it alone. Well, there's another green herb here, which I'm glad about. Yoink. Is there anything else around here for me to get? Any trunks that I could pop open? Does not look like it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Oh well. Do I have to interact with it to move it? There we go. Okay, I had to do the hold X to make it move. God damn, how strong are they to do that? Alright. No save room and no ammo. I've got 8 rounds left.
Ada, wait!
What's in here? Save room? Dogs. I don't feel comfortable going in there unless I've got some more ammo. And sure enough. Combine. There we go. Control panel to release the lock. The lock appears to be open. Ooh, what's this? Oh, hello.
Let me guess. You must be Ben, right? Get up, now.
Leon, your cop is showing.
I'm trying to sleep here.
Is this the guy?
Ben, you told the city officials that you knew something about what's been going on, didn't you? What did you tell them?
And who the heck are you?
I'm trying to find my boyfriend. His name's John. He was working for a branch office of Umbrella, based in Chicago, but he suddenly disappeared 6 months ago. I heard a rumor that he's here in the city.
I don't know anything. And even if I did, why would I want to tell you?
Okay, I say we leave him in there. Does anyone know where they put the key to this cell?
I have it right here, officer. But I'm not about to leave this cell. Those zombies aren't the only things crawling around out there.
What was that?
Like I said, I'm not leaving this cell. Get out of here before you lead it right to me.
Hey, I'm not going anywhere. I'm the only cop left alive in this building.
What?
Look, if you want to live, then you're gonna have to leave with me.
But do you even know how to get out of the city? There's a kennel in the back of the building. Inside the kennel is a manhole. Go through and it'll lead you to the sewer entrance, but it won't be easy.
All right, I'm going.
Now, if you leave me and my rat tail alone. Alright, now what is this? Crowbar? Manhole opener. Oh. So Leon can't just do the Kiryu thing of just taking a manhole cover and just ripping it open with his bare hands? No? Shaking my fucking head. Alright, then a blue herb. And then we're going to combine these to get some space. And I know there was a red herb in one of the other rooms that were past all those dogs, but I don't know if I feel brave enough to go for that right now. You know, I remember seeing the Vinny Vinesauce clip where somebody modded the classic RE2 to have a bunch of just random shitpost clips in place of some of the scenes of this game, and one of the ones I remember was in that prison cell where somebody put the go to the bathroom meme audio. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there was this video of, I think this guy was playing Mafia 3 or something, and his mom comes into the room and he's like, go to the bathroom and take a shit. Go to the bathroom right now. And he goes, and he's like, go to the bathroom. It's just this back and forth of her trying to scream at him to go to the bathroom and that he's shitting himself. And he's just going like, I don't want to. One more level. It's just, it's so, it's one of those things where I'm really wondering if that was real or not, because it was so beautifully funny. Shit. Oh god. Shit. Go. Because I want to see. I don't know what. Because this is the first time I've really gotten a red, blue, and green herb together. So I don't know if that does any. Like, what that does specifically. Because. I hear the pads of the Cerberus enemies, I think they're called. Okay, well, we've gone through pretty much all the doors. I just haven't explored in full. Okay, so I think that's supposed to be where the sewers is. Because that circle to me screams manhole. Unless somewhere else is the manhole. Okay, so hold on. Let me see the map again. That's where the cells were. That was the parking lot. And then that was a different... I think that's the kennels. So then what's over here? Manhole lid is open and a ladder leads down. Will you go down? Sure, but I don't know where this one leads. Okay, so that seems to just be another entrance. Oh, thank God. Okay, we have a save room, but I don't have any ink ribbons here. You know, with the sewers here, I'm having a feeling that I might need a valve handle. I just better hope I don't die. If I get into danger territory with my health, then I'm gonna definitely... If I get into danger territory on my health, I'm for certain going to use that mixed herb solution that I've got. The fence is broken. It's too small for an adult to enter. Okay. And that's just the end of the hall. Yeah. Also, ad break in about 4.5 minutes, heads up. Okay, so there's 2 different entrances here. One was to a save room, and the other is likely to whatever's on the other side there. Hi, doggy. What's even in this room? Because now that we're healed up more, I want to see. What is this? Police B... Oh, basement map. Ooh, that's actually really handy. Ah. Well, that door's locked, so I can't go through it. That door isn't, so I can go through that. Anything else in here? Reserve power control panel. Power can be routed to the areas with insufficient power using these 5 switches. Using all the power may cause a short and cut the power supply. To switch, will you move it? The switch, will you move it? So that's 36. Down. Okay, so... Oh, it's math. Okay. So 36 minus 14 is 22. So then another 36 would put that up to 58. And I have to get it up to 80. Keep it down. I see. Power supply slightly low. Okay, but I probably have to get it in the 80 range in that case. So in that case, let's go up for the 36. So 36 plus 36 is 72. Go from 72 down to 58. 58 minus another 14 is 46 or 44. There we go. Power supply okay. There we go. Yeah, just math. Just need to fucking grab. There we go. Yoink that. All right. Well, that was a good venture. Wish I could have gotten more ammo, but oh well. Okay, so that door's now available, but I'm gonna turn. All right, no, that's not available. Power supply, storage electronically locked. There's a card reader. What? So on top of the card, I also shit. Autopsy room. It's locked. Club key. Well. Well, the ad break's about to start anyway, so we're going to go into 3 minutes of ads with an hour of no pre-rolls after. So hydrate, stretch, do whatever you need to do, and we'll be right back. And we're back. Thank you for your patience. I have to say, I have been miserable in this heat. It has genuinely been dog shit heat. Great, I gotta do all that over again! Because I don't know where else I can find ammo. And I don't have any more ink ribbons. So that's going to be another run. Man, I really borked myself with this. Like, just starting the game, I was off on a left foot, as it were. But, you know, now I at least know now I know what I'm supposed to be careful about. I'll try to be better. It's just, when you don't know and you're not used to the control scheme, it's just bound to happen. But, hey, at least we've got it now. All right. So, in terms of the disappointing news, if you follow me on Blue Sky, if you follow any artists on Blue Sky, you all likely saw the kinds of things I'm about to refer to. So, there was a generative AI animated series announcement that happened that was severely disappointing. And the reason why it was disappointing and infuriating is because the person helming, one of the helmers, rather, of the project was one Jorge Gutierrez, who is well known for a couple movies and shows, one of which was one I really liked called El Tigre. And I could not, like, describe the fathomless disappointment I felt towards that. Like, anger and disappointment, because it wasn't just that it's a person that would, like, we're all not unused to, you know, large figureheads deciding to shill out like that. But the fact that Gutierrez had, in the past, been against AI usage, and then he got bought out, pretty much. And I'm going to go ahead and just do this puzzle now. And it just disappointed me and everybody else. And we all were just equally pissed about the whole situation. It's like, literally they bought him out, and people got really mad, understandably. And then he decides to say, like, I think a day or two after that news broke, he came out and said, like, oh, I'm dropping out of the project, and I'm like, just parody I'm sorry here. And nobody bought that. Nobody really wants to give him any grace anymore. Everybody's tired of giving grace to people that just sell out like this. And it's just, it really is telling how out of touch some people can end up being when they just decide to go all in on this, only for the, you know, inevitable backlash to happen, because, you know, artists do not want this shit. Christ, like, you just, if you've seen it and follow any kind of animated series based stuff on social media, you've likely seen news about it. It pisses me off, because, like, it'd be the same thing as, like, if Guillermo del Toro also said something or did something similar. Like, he would not be, like, he made a post about it saying that it's disappointing. But thankfully some silver lining came out at the end of the tunnel, as it were, because I'll just let this scene happen again, because I can't skip it. We've seen already. Because it's like, that guy made El Tigre, which was a show I really liked watching when I was in middle school. Like, the fuck? Like, money speaks, sadly. And it spoke to Gutierrez, but people were saying, like, guess who got yelled at when it came to his reaction on social media? And I'm like, yeah, he got yelled at. He fucking got yelled at, all right.
Guy named Ben. He's one of those reporter types, always looking for a scoop. I heard he was locked up in
so
the cell block, only there's a wrecked
that was something that I saw that I'm glad, at the very least, some backlash happened. But on the flip side, something positive that came out was that a stop-motion animated film from Mexico is going to be put on Netflix. That genuinely looks fantastic, and that's something that people are definitely excited for, and I'm in agreement. So glad to see it. I may not have Netflix, and I don't really want to get Netflix on my own right now because everything's too expensive. But I mean, at the very least, it is a positive thing to come around that a stop motion film like that is going to be getting some attention. If I took her with me to where the Cerberuses are, do you think she could help me out with fighting them? Because they're very annoying. Okay. Too scared to go in there because of the dogs. It goes this way. All right.
Let me guess. You must be Ben, right? Get up, now!
What do you want? I'm trying to sleep here.
Is this the guy?
Ben, you told the city officials that you knew something about what's been going on, didn't you? What did you tell them?
And who the heck are you?
Why are you disturbing me and my ongoing rat tail? If you don't know what rat tail is, it's a really gross hairstyle.
Chicago, but he suddenly disappeared 6 months ago.
Like, as opposed to a ponytail, a rat tail is just like a really skinny, long type of hairstyle.
And even if I did, why would I want to tell you?
Okay, I say we leave him in there. Does anyone know where they put the key to this cell?
I have it right here, officer. But I'm not about to leave this cell. Those zombies aren't the only things crawling around out there.
What was that?
And I'm guessing that's William Birkin.
Like I said,
Because
I'm not leaving this cell.
I remember his boss fight in the remake.
Before you lead it right to me.
Hey, I'm not going anywhere. I'm the only cop left alive in this building.
What?
Look, if you want to live, then you're gonna have to leave with me.
But do you even know how to get out of the city? There's a kennel in the back of the building. Inside the kennel is a manhole. Go through and it'll lead you to the sewer entrance, but it won't be easy.
All right, I'm going.
If you encounter the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, tell them they still owe me $30 from when I had to get them some pizza. Because I imagine delivery fees for the turtles would have to be really, really bad if they had to have them delivered to like a manhole or something. Actually, would they even... I wonder if they would do DoorDash. Maybe that'd be a thing that the recent movies would do a product placement for. Okay, so the kennel's over here. And we're just gonna go all the way through, because I do not... I would try to avoid those dogs however I can. What's this? There it is. Are there anything in... Oh my god. Ooh, red herb. Ah, shit. That's a stupid idea. Get down, down. Yes. Okay. Yeah, sadly, Leon can't do the Kiryu thing where he just lifts a manhole cover with his bare hands. Oh, fucking come on, man. Well, that would explain the blue herb and the reds. Oh, God. Okay, I guess for people that have played the game, I'm guessing a spider hit in this game does not equate to an immediate poisoning. Like, it has to maybe one... Is it like a chance that it happens, the poison attack, or no? Because I imagine those things do poison you. I could do with some ink ribbons. There we go. Thank God. Alright, use an ink ribbon. Yes, please. I'm just gonna put this in here for now. Actually, no, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to grab this out. All right. There's nothing else in the room for me to grab, but I saved, so I should be okay. Actually, I guess retro gaming question for people that were in the PS1 era growing up. Did y'all ever have your version of like the PlayStation 2 or GameCube boot up sequence where you were waiting with bated breath if the game was going to read properly? Because I remember back in the day when... Oh, hello.
Ada? I don't think I've introduced myself yet. My name's Leon. I'm with the RPD. It's a dead end.
You think we can get upstairs through this shaft? Give me a boost. I'll go and check.
Don't worry, the shoulder pads on this armor will make perfect boosters. Oh, I'm playing as her now. Ooh. What do you... Jesus Christ, you have a lot. What is this? A picture taken fairly recently. So that must be her boyfriend that she mentioned earlier. I find it interesting that I remember in the remake, she had high heels with her dress when, oh God. But here she's got actual just regular shoes. God damn it, get in there. Oh, hello. What is this schematic over here? Sewage disposal map. Will you take it? Yes, please. Okay. So that's where we were with Leon. And then there's some kind of puzzle here. A lever to fill and drain the water. Will you move it? Oh, I see. I have to get down there somehow and then move the blocks to let me walk on them while the water's filled. Got it. Actually, is there a ladder here that I climb down? That just looks like a broken staircase, so that's a no. God. Yeah, against regular zombies, I'm not really having too many issues. It's when it's the Cerberus dogs that make it a bit hard for me to navigate and shoot them. Okay, so her gun only does 13 rounds. Well, I'm just gonna not use this unless I'm in danger health. Water pipe is under construction. Then how the hell am I supposed to do the... Was there a ladder in that last room that I didn't see? Okay. Let's get back up. Just gonna run past these guys. Thankfully, like, they give me plenty of room in this section. It's just the Leon section in particular I was having some troubles navigating. Is there... Okay, there's no switch for me to flip on that one. Alright. Ah, shit. Okay, now I'm in danger. Combine. Okay. I just got tired of that. I was getting really tired of that shit. There we go. And plus, Ada gives you enough ammo to not worry too much about that. Can she hop down this area? Okay, she can. I didn't know if I could or not. Okay, so... there's a ledge on this side to do... or to get to, rather. So... no, don't climb. If there's anything that I wish that I had in this game was just that if you went up against an object, you... There we go. That's what I wanted to do. That's odd. Okay, so with Leon I have to hold X, but with her I don't? Huh? Alright. Okay, so I can't get at either of these from the other side. So maybe what I'm supposed to do is... Can I climb up this? No, I didn't think so. Oh, I see now. I thought the angle of the camera there... Hold on. I'm gonna enter and exit the room again. The angle of the camera made me think that the ledge... that there was no ledge on this side, but now that I look at it, I can see it stops. I thought it went all the way against the wall because of the perspective. So back in I go. Again, that's the thing about the fixed cameras that's messed me up a couple times. Is just how the perspective of it tricked me into thinking that something was either a flat texture or not, or that it wasn't. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Okay, then we move this. Alright. I think that was at least I think that's what the ledge is. Or where the ledge is, rather. Oh, speaking of horror games and low poly, one low poly survival horror that I saw finally come out was Heavy Metal Death Can. That's definitely one I'll probably plan on for maybe a horror stream month or something in October. For those that don't know, Heavy Metal Death Can was one of the games that I featured on a demonstration day. Jesus, like a number of months ago now. And in that one, you're on a Scandinavian submarine that is beset by monsters and your crew coming back from the dead. So I remember that one because it was nicely structured and the puzzles were cool, but also it had a real banger of a title theme. So fair to say, I'm glad to see that one finally come out and be available for people. Like the dissonance of the genre of the game. Yeah, you can't do that. The dissonance of the genre of the game and the title theme together kind of gave me a flashback to Dragon's Dogma of all games. Like, where the genre feels like it should have one kind of music and then the title theme just kind of kicks the chair out from under you. Not in an unpleasant way, just surprising. Okay, so I probably throw this key to Leon from the other side.
Leon, can you hear me?
Ada, did you find anything?
Right here. Think fast. Here's one more.
Yay!
Hey, I can't reach the ventilation hole. I'm going to have to find another way around. I'll catch up with you later.
What? Ada, wait!
I wonder if somebody's made, like, replicas of the keys that are usually seen in all the Resident Evil games. They probably have. Like, given how popular the series is, like, I've seen Umbrella logo pendants and stuff, so it wouldn't surprise me if somebody made charms or something out of the keys that you see in these games. Actually, if there's club key stuff... Where else was there club key stuff in this section? It was above ground, I think. Do I save now? No. I'm going to go back and use this key on the other doors that I know for certain are back here. Oh, shit. Actually, no. Please. Is that... Okay. So, the gas attack is the guaranteed poison hit. Okay. Good to know. Man, it is a good thing I don't have arachnophobia, because that would have probably made me shit my pants. Like, I feel really sorry for people that... Oh, God. I feel really bad for people that have arachnophobia and want to try a whole array of horror games. Or even just some games in general that tend to have arachnid enemies in them. Because, like... I remember in particular one game that I featured... Jesus, I think it was last year... Dungeons of Hinterberg. That one had an arachnophobia mode where they removed spider enemies. And I think Heartworms also did that too, and made me interested in like what other ideas people could come up with for enemy types that isn't just spider. Because I also understand that arachnophobia is genuinely like a big shit pants oh, God. Speaking of shit pants inducing. Oh my God, please. Oh God, I'm in the danger. Okay, so the dogs get replaced with this guy. Cool. Shit. I gotta do that whole thing again. Well then, that would explain a number of things. That'd probably explain why they would want to push me towards going to the area that they wanted me to go to. Yeah, alright. And you know what? To avoid the spider section, I think I will just move forward with the... from the Ada section. What even is this way? Because once you leave that door, Ada shows up, so... What is even here? Oh. Oh, I think I know what's here. I think I have an idea about what's here. This looks boss arena as hell. Nothing interactable. I see nothing here that can help.
Ada?
I don't think I've introduced myself yet. My name's Leon. I'm with the RPD.
I really like that she shrugs, that she just really does not give less of a shit.
You think we can get upstairs through this shaft? Give me a boost. I'll go and check.
Alright, well, now that I know what to look for... I don't know what the hell that noise is. I don't know if y'all heard that. There's some kind of work going on at in my apartment building. Was the shotgun... Were the shotgun shells here, or were they somewhere else? I don't remember. I think they were probably in that other room near the pipe, so I might have to go back for that. Because if that is indeed a boss room, I'm going to need those shotgun shells. Alright, there we go. Oh, something else I'm going to be looking forward to with my new schedule is that I'll probably just get to play more games for myself this time, because as much as I like to play games and chat with you all, there are also games that I know for certain I'd rather just kind of experience in my own time and maybe talk about them. One of which is that I have not even gotten to finish some games that I've really been meaning to. So I'm looking forward to having that available as well. And it's not going to be forever, this day schedule, unfortunately, because it's like a summer months thing, but it'll give me a nice reprieve from the typical schedule that we've been going through for the past few months. And frankly, I actually kind of want to start leaving my weekends a bit more free. That's why when I posted about it on Blue Sky, I decided to do Tuesday through Thursday instead of having Friday or Saturday or Sunday. I just think it would work out for the better in general. Because, like, I may do weekend streams for special events like the Next Fest showcase idea that I mentioned earlier, but in general, I would rather, do more weekday style streams for us to have like regular chill outs instead of just doing it constantly, because gotta leave some time free in case I have tasks I need to take care of around my apartment, or if there's some kind of event like a concert. Which, speaking of, I don't remember if I mentioned this, but I managed to snag a ticket for a concert that sounds really fun. So for those that may not know, I am a huge punk rock enjoyer. I really like punk rock. And one of my favorite bands to listen to recently is a band called Teen Mortgage. And I found out that they're going to be in my area, and
Leon,
they're going to be in a lineup with Rise Against and Alkaline Trio.
Did you find
I know of Rise Against more than I do Alkaline Trio, but from what I heard of Alkaline Trio, they seem really good. And my dad's heard them, and he thinks they're pretty all right. So, yeah, fair to say, I'm excited for the concert prospects. It sounds like it'll be a fucking rager. Because I hear Teen Mortgage in particular are... I hear that kind of venue is like tear down the walls kind of insanity.
Ada, wait!
And then I've got Lord Huron this summer to go to in July with my dad and my brother, which oh man, that one's got me really excited. Because I really love Lord Huron. So that'll be nice. Although there was one concert that I really wish I could go to, but unfortunately, timing-wise and financial-wise more so than timing-wise, I just can't do it. Early November, there would have been an opportunity for me to see Jack White. For those unaware, Jack White, very well-known singer and songwriter who was one of the leads of the White Stripes back in the 2000s. If you know the song Seven Nation Army, Jack was in that band. The White Stripes was him and Megan White, I believe. And he was also the lead singer in the Ronkatours, which was also a really great band. I don't know if he's still with them or not, but Jack White is touring, and I was like, oh shit, he's touring. So I went ahead and looked up the concert venues that are at least close enough for me to drive through, within like a 3-hour margin, I'd say, especially with today's gas prices. But then I saw that they were $184 per person, and I was like, well, that's flown fucking far out the window. God damn it. Like, I wanted to... Man. Fucking sad, dude. I want to see Jack White. But I can't, because He's really well known, and that's a lot of money for just general admission, mind you. I think, like, for special seating, it's like upwards of 300, and I just couldn't. No, not that expense. You know what? I'm gonna just make a new save. But given how many concerts that I've already got with the Rise Against concert, Lord Huron, I saw BB No Money back in March. I think this year has me covered as far as concerts are concerned. And that's not even counting conventions, because I've still got MagFest that I want to attend in January, but, you know, can't really wish for the world on that front, because I've heard about the lottery system for the tickets and how... Or not lottery system for the tickets. Lottery panel to the right appears to open it. It looks like a panel that releases the lock. There are descriptions for the plugs. King plug insertion, rook plug insertion, bishop and... Oh my god. Okay. So this is where I put those things. At least they won't take up my inventory space now. That'll be nice. I don't think I have the night one, though. And then there's another convention that's closer to me that I know for certain I'm going to, because some of the Critical Role cast will be there, and I'm excited to get to meet them. In particular, I'm excited to meet Matt Mercer, Laura Bailey, Travis Willingham, and Liam O'Brien. Because they're people whose stuff I've been listening to since I was a teenager, as far as their voice work is concerned. Okay, so I just have to keep using the items. So the night piece is probably somewhere in one of those club key rooms that I can't open, or that I can open now. I just need to make it past those spiders and other enemies without dying. So I might have to use my shotgun rounds anyway. And that means I have to get past the liquor somehow. Great. Alright, so the bishop piece... Yeah, no information as far as I know has come up about the MagFest pass. So I've not gotten any passes yet. I just have it in mind to get them at some point, or get one as soon as they become available. And, you know, get my PTO in, figure out flights. But I'm not going to get flights as, like, yet. I'll get one as soon as I'm guaranteed a hotel, because for those that don't know, MagFest has to do a whole lottery... Well, they do a lottery system with their hotels where you enter in for a potential slot with one of the hotels that they're partnered with in the city. Okay, so it's 3 rounds? Jesus. Wrong... Wait, nope, wrong... Wrong gun. There we go. Oh, God. Okay, where was a club room? That was where the key card's supposed to go. That was where the other sewer spot was. Those 2 rooms. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god! Well, it's a good thing I saved. I don't want to use my shotgun rounds because the lickers will be right there. This makes me miss having flash grenades. Like, that's the thing that I'll say is, like, I remember having more flash grenades and stuff in the remake versus this. I don't even know if we've gotten any... We have no grenade options whatsoever in this. Okay. And as far as I saw, there was no going around that spider. There's just... It's too big. Too much collision. Actually, I should know for certain if people deep dived enough into this game, but I wonder if the... Oh my god. Oh, great. Okay. Well, back up I go. I was wondering if whether or not the damage done to enemies with the shotgun can change depending on how close or far you are, since, you know, typically with a shotgun, less damage when you're far away, but more damage when you're closer because of the pellets. Also, I'm just gonna do it all when I'm there. I'm not gonna... There we go. Up against the wall. There we go. Okay. Up the ladder. And through here. And if it's bad enough, then I may have to do the save and reload a bunch, because, you know, I don't want to have to keep repeating the game over screen over and over again. Which, I am glad that it is an option for older games like this. I've mentioned before, but it's pretty much the reason why I was able to tolerate playing Circle of the Moon the way I did, because, Christ, that game was a mess. Had some good ideas, but it was just a mess. Alright, we're just gonna get back up to fine with that, and we'll be good. Like, I love Castlevania, but not all those games are complete wonders, you know? Which, speaking of Castlevania and game-related news and stuff, Summer Games Fest, that's going to be coming up, and as much as I really don't like Jeff Keighley in any capacity, I am excited to... Please turn around. Okay, he does turn around. Great. Summer Games Fest. I may not like Jeff Keighley, but I do like getting to see some nice game announcements. And what I'm hoping for, if it were possible, is to maybe see some news about Castlevania Belmont's Curse. Because, you know, that's slated to come out this year, and I feel like if there's any point in the year where we might get to hear some Castlevania news, it would be there, because you know, Konami's not a small profile thing to learn about anymore, considering, you know, the positive buzz that's happened with the recent Silent Hill games and, at the very least, some of the other, like, Metal Gear remakes. And the Castlevania collections, those have been good. But we'll have to wait and see, I guess. Is this a nap room? What is this? Watchman's Diary. August 11th. I finally had the chance to see blue skies for the first time in ages, but it did little to lift my spirits. I was reprimanded by the chief for neglecting my duties while I was up on the clock tower. There's only one thing I still don't understand. The chief seemed to be more concerned about the fact that I was up on the tower rather than that I was neglecting my duties. Why would access to the tower prohibited in the... There needs to be a B between the tower and prohibited. Why would access to the tower be prohibited in the first place anyway? September 5th. I recently talked to the old man who works in the scrapyard out back. His name is Thomas. He's a quiet man and really seems to enjoy chess. Even went so far as to design a special key and lock engraved with the chess pieces on them for one of the doors in the disposal yard. We made plans to play chess tomorrow night. I can't help but wonder how good he is. One thing that's been bothering me about him is the way that he's always scratching himself. Does he have some sort of skin disease, or is he just rude? Is he like Nanba, where if you leave him idle in the overworld, to just go like, ugh, so itchy, as he's scratching his ass? September 9th. Thomas was a much better player than I had imagined. I used to think of myself as a fairly decent player, but he did a pretty good job of humbling me. About the only thing I imagined that could match his skill in chess is his appetite. All the guy did was talk about food throughout the entire game. He sounded fairly healthy, but he didn't look quite right. Wonder if he's okay. September 12th. I was supposed to play another game of chess with Thomas, but we had to cancel it because he hasn't been feeling too well. He stopped by to see me, but I told him to go back and rest since he literally looked like The Walking Dead. He insisted that he was just fine, but I could tell he was really having problems. Come to think of it, I haven't been feeling too good myself lately. And yeah, that's where it happened. Because I know the turn of events, I know the events that happened in, there we go, the Magnum. Because I know the chain of events, rather, that happened, that started the outbreak in Raccoon City, since I played the remake all those years ago. But, you know, mystery up in the air, because it was William Birkin had a G-Virus sample that Umbrella wanted back, but he wanted to keep from them. And then they killed him, and in the ensuing chaos, one of the T-Virus things broke, some rats got into it, and then it spread through the city that way. Okay, so then it's loop around that way. With that, I guess that is the entirety of the police station, huh? Is that really it? Yeah, that's... Well, besides the clock tower, but I haven't been able to find what to do with that. Oh, no, you don't. Because, like, all I'm missing in the clock tower is, I think, a gear that's supposed to make the tower move, but unless the valve is supposed to do something, I have no damn idea what I do with that. You know what? And maybe it's worth a try. It might be worth a try with that. Because, it's like the very top of the map that has this, clock tower with a bunch of gears and stuff, and there's a missing gear that's supposed to turn the rest of it, but I don't have the item for it as far as I know. Oh, interesting. There's one other door missing here. Huh. What is this? Is that film? There's the gear! Sure. Get film. Is that a picture of a man in on a carriage, something on the wheel? Like the queen, like the king, the king and Jack, and then the carriage will start running. Queen, king, Jack. Okay, so this is a conference room. What is this? Is this the Jack? The number 11 has been etched. The number 12 has been etched. Number 13 has been etched. Where was the photo development room again? It was like... The dark room was towards that staircase, I think. Right? Yeah, it must be. Also, really? It's been an hour already? Well, ad break coming up in about 4 minutes. Holy shit, that flew by. Okay. I feel like I blinked and all that happened. I forgot that's where that guy showed up. Okay. Now I remember. Yeah, that happened. There was a jump scare where a licker burst through the glass and scared the shit out of me. Okay. So, towards the very top is where I'm supposed to use that gear. But we're gonna go develop that film first. You know, I have to wonder, with the advent of digital cameras and I guess just regular Polaroid print, are darkrooms and photo development processes of that nature even around anymore? Like, is it more of a novelty kind of industry now, or do people still genuinely prefer it? Because there's like a certain level of market where it's like novelty of a type of product is part of the reason why it still lives. Like, not to sound harsh or anything, but let's face it, you know, when something becomes more widely available and convenient, it tends to fizzle out a lot of older processes. I'm kind of curious about if whether or not, you know, development of darkroom photos like that is even still a thing. Like, it shouldn't be forgotten, but I'm wondering if it's even something that people buy into. Like, they actively purchase that kind of thing. Like, if any people still keep those easy-use disposable cameras. Okay, we're gonna go this way. Thankfully, there's no enemies, because I pretty much wiped them out here. Nope, wrong way. Huh? Until I develop it, huh? Do I need to be up against this? Or do I need to be up against this? There we go. Film B. Pictured in front of the Akurus Taylor, regressed into a zombie within 2 hours. Subject repeatedly complained about severe agitation of the epidermis in addition to feelings of nausea. This happened up to the moment he lost consciousness. Picture by R. Lambert. Film B has been filed. That's it? Okay, I thought there'd be more to that, but guess not. It's just lore. And I like lore, don't get me wrong, but I thought there'd be something about the puzzle there. Alright, so with that done, let's go back to that other room we were at. I am very glad that we're making momentum now. But we do have the ad break starting, so we're going to go into 3 minutes of ads with an hour of no pre-rolls after, so take this time to hydrate, stretch, do whatever you need to do, and we'll be right back. And we're back. Thank you for your patience. Alright. So, move this way. I tell you, like, being into the Resident Evil series now and seeing how many people play Resident Evil Requiem, I was about to say Resident Evil 9, I really am trying my damnedest to avoid spoilers on that. I haven't even played Village yet, but given how I've already seen that game in full, and it was one of the most, like, that and Elden Ring were the two most unavoidably played games of 2022. I think it's fair to say that I don't really feel particularly inclined to play it. Probably not on stream because, you know, I wouldn't really have a first impressions kind of deal because I've already seen all of it through, but maybe someday. Just, I'm more inclined to go for Requiem because I've actually done my damnedest to avoid any spoilers with that game. Wait, no, it was this way. So, yeah, and that would bring the question, like, well, why are you playing this? Because you know the story in it already from the remake. It's because I know this isn't the exact game. So, that's part of the reason why I'm, playing this, is because while this is the same story, the structure, I can tell, is very different from the remake. At least from my memory of it. Because I remember somebody commented on the Part 1 VOD of this on YouTube asking why not just play the remake, and I'm like, it's because I want to see what the differences are like besides the graphics and the control scheme. And I tell you, going through this control scheme certainly is different. Wait, was this not the door? This wasn't the door. I'm in the wrong area. Oops. Okay. Nope, I see it now. All right. You know, I mentioned when I thrifted earlier that I found some cool stuff. I've kind of thought about... Oh, God. Oh, why put me in that position? That sucks. I've thought about going on to some of those forums, either from Reddit or something, or maybe finding some kind of page on Blue Sky about thrift finds. Because there is truly some kind of magic about going to a thrift store and finding some genuinely cool stuff for the most affordable prices ever. Because the jacket I got was genuinely a nice quality, and I got it for like 15 bucks. So, I don't know, like, it's kind of got me thinking, like, shit, wonder what other people have found. Because I remember one particular find I saw on Reddit, I think, was somebody found a signed Gabriel Iglesias, I think, figure of some kind, and that was sold for $4 or $5. And Gabriel Iglesias found that post and replied, like, wow, kind of humbling to see that be sold for $5 now. But he seemed like he was being a good sport about it. It's just really funny. Okay, what the fuck do I do here? Number 13 has been etched. Huh? Totally messed up. What's this thing? You can light a fire. Oh, hold on. So, Number 11 has been etched. Will you turn the faucet on? No. Number 13 has been... Number 12. No. And then 13. Picture a man on a carriage. Something is etched on the wheel. Like the queen, the king, and the jack. Then the carriage will start running. Well, what if I go in descending order? That wasn't it. It's because they're not very discernible. Okay. Thought so. Okay. Because I remembered that the jack in a deck of cards is usually considered number 11. And then ascending there from that is 12 and 13. I just couldn't tell because they were not discernible, but there we go. Yay, I got the wheel! Now I can go all the way up to the 3rd floor and fix up the clock tower. Yeah, I just didn't know if, like, the queen was considered the 13 or if the king was. So king is 13, queen is the 12. Alright, we got that. So that's good. Alright. You know, given that now all of the retro Resident Evil games are on PC, I wonder if people will end up modding kitty outfits and stuff on PlayStation 1 Leon. Because that's already happened in our... Like, Resident Evil Requiem /9 has been out for what? Like, only a little bit now, and already people have modded him shirtless and stuff. Kind of makes me wonder how easy it is to do that kind of thing. Okay, so where the fuck? I think it's just to the right and then up. Which means I gotta go this way. Oh god, are they all replaced with these guys? Oh shit. Are all the zombies replaced with those things? Cool. Awesome. Lovely. Alright, well. Going this way, and I think it's up from here is how we get to the clock tower. Right? No, wait, no, this was to the cabin. Yeah, because that then led down to... Okay, so I just went the wrong way. Did I? I can't discern well how... Because I think that led down to the cabin. Because that's where the Okay, no, that's where the helicopter was. Okay, so I just went the wrong way. I thought the stairs on the side was how I was supposed to get up to the clock tower, but I think I just completely misunderstood that. Oops. Alright, I'm not gonna run because I do not want Jimmy Neutron's brain blast over there to try and immediately kill me. And you know what? Just so... Well... Yeah, just to avoid them. I'll take the long way. Unless, I don't know, there's more of them upstairs. Which would suck. Wait, wasn't there a route upstairs through where Marvin was? Yes! Let's hope there's not one in there. You know, I've kind of been thinking on something. So you know how there's a whole lot of reboots that tend to happen for older TV series and cartoons? How we got one for Beavis and Butthead and King of the Hill, and Fairly Odd Parents got some kind of revival. I wonder if Jimmy Neutron could end up getting something like that. I wouldn't want it. It's more of a morbid curiosity thing. Can I open these? The lock's been broken and can't be opened. The lock's been broken, can't be opened. Okay. Oh! Well, I remember why I couldn't really search this thoroughly is because there were a fuck ton of zombies in here. Case in point. No, you don't. And no, you don't. All right, I just want to see what else is in these lockers, now that I know there's ammo that can be found. Oh. Except I can't carry any more of that. Okay. You know, I should probably put the Magnum away. It's not like I'm going to do it. I was going to miss this. Oh, no, you're fine, Sprays. I'm just, I'll probably be live for, like, a good chunk of time, since I'm not, I don't have anything pressing to be awake for. Although I am going to be starting to wake up at 6 a.m. to get used to the new day schedule, because that's going to be happening next week. How have you been? How's your day been? I was just talking about revivals of old shows and how, if whether or not a Jimmy Neutron reboot or revival could work. How it would even work. Okay, so I need to get that film. Stuck at work, so I need a voice in my ear. Gotcha. Well, I'm glad to be the voice in your ear that talks about really good food truck food and occasionally wanting Ada Wong to roundhouse kick me in the face. Reminiscence of that Northern Lion clip where somebody in his chat tells him like, oh, I wish a girl in a wolf cut could beat me up, and he goes, no, you don't want that. You need universal basic income. That's what you need. It's like cuts right into the marrow with that one. Like, I don't watch Northern Lion, but seeing some of his clips make me laugh. Wouldn't mind a roundhouse kick from Ada. Me neither. Okay, actually, follow-up question on that. Considering the multitude of outfits she's got, would you want her classic RE2 outfit where she's got the shoes, or the high heels to roundhouse kick you in the face? Pull some Napoleon Dynamite Rex Kwon Do shit. You think anybody wants a roundhouse kick to the face when I'm wearing these bad boys? Actually, wait, remember when... Oh, hello. Film A. Code G Human Body Experiment. September 15th at 3:24 p.m. I was about to say, remember when Napoleon Dynamite had an animated series? I don't remember that even going anywhere. RE4 heels with that dress. Fair combination. I personally am fine with the Resident Evil 2 remake dress in the heels, because I like her dress more in Resident Evil 2 remake than Resident Evil 4 remake, frankly. Because it feels like a dress that somebody would actually wear. Like, not to say that nobody wears the Resident Evil 4 classic or remake dress, but I just like the 2 one more, personally. And we still... Can I even open that door? No. And I was also talking about Summer Games Fest and how I really hope to see Castlevania Belmont's Curse stuff in, you know, the future, because I really want to see more Castlevania, and I would love to see more Belmont's Curse. And actually, you know what would be really fucking funny during Summer Games Fest? If not Kojima, fucking... I'll have something to say about Kojima in a moment. But if Jeff Keighley had to announce the Bloodstained Scarlet Requiem, is that what that's called? What's the sequel? Was it Scarlet Requiem? Hold on. Scarlet Engagement, that's what it's called. Like, how fucking funny it would be if Jeff Keighley had to play both sides on Konami and Igarashi and put up trailers for both Belmont's Curse and Scarlet Engagement Bloodstained. That would be the funniest fucking thing ever. It would be like that classic sitcom moment of, like, character A and character B hate each other, so then characters C and D, like, arrange a organic, quotes, way for them to make amends, but you know that won't happen. Not with Igarashi and not with how Konami treated him and Kojima. But Kojima is in some hot fucking water, I tell you that much. We were talking earlier about, like, prominent figures in creative spaces unfortunately shilling out to generative AI stuff. Kojima is unfortunately added to that list. He's working with some film director on a Gen AI thing, and people just go like, did this guy play Resident Evil? Not Resident. Did this guy play Metal Gear Solid 2? Like, it's really baffling how that kind of turn just happens out of nowhere, and that it's happened to two people now that are well known for their art that they made. So yeah, people are really pissed at Kojima, and people were also really pissed at Jorge Gutierrez. The fuck? Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, we need to get up to that clock tower now. But yeah, that was some really disappointing news that definitely boiled my blood and rubbed a lot of people the wrong way when it happened. Was there anything at the end of this hall? What is this? Okay, that door leads to that, and that is just a dead end. And you know, something else I remember seeing was something how Capcom wants to do more revivals of some of their older properties, and people point to Dino Crisis and all that. What I really hope for is hopefully something for Breath of Fire, because Breath of Fire, as far as I know, is a really well-liked RPG series, but aside from the re-releases of Breath of Fire 4 that happened, the series has not gotten a lot of love at all from Capcom, which is sad, because I know that it's a very well-liked JRPG series. I actually have Breath of Fire 2 on the Game Boy Advance, but I just haven't... I had to restart the file because, unfortunately, I completely forgot. Don't shoot. How the fuck are his ankles not broken from that?
No! Get away!
No! I don't want to eat... I don't want to eat this alternate spaghetti. It tastes weird. I don't even like trolley gummy worms. Because I remember in the original, or not in the original, the remake, he was killed by Mr. X. So he's killed by Birkin here instead. Interesting.
Ben! Can you still hear me? Come on, answer!
Damn! I don't believe this. I almost got the story.
Ben.
Bitter irony. The chief of police, a co-conspirator. Get that scum. Make him pay.
Hang in there, Ben.
Oh, my chest. It's burning.
What's wrong?
Ugh.
Good God, what was that?
Mail to the chief. To Mr. Brian Irons, chief of the Raccoon City Police Department. We have lost the mansion. Lost the mansion lab facility due to the actions of the renegade operative Albert Wesker. Fortunately, his interference will have no lasting effects upon our continued virus research. Our only present concern is the presence of the remaining STARS members, Redfield, Valentine, Burton, Chambers, and Vickers. Vickers? Who's Vickers? Is that the helicopter pilot? If it comes to light that the STARS have any evidence as to the activities of our research, dispose of them in such a manner that would appear to be purely accidental. Put them in a mosh pit or something. I don't know. Take them to a Slipknot mosh pit. Continue to monitor their progress and make certain their knowledge does not go public. Annette will continue to be your contact through this affair. William Birkin. To Mr. Brian Irons, Chief of Police, I have deposited the amount of US $10,000 to the account for your services this term as per our agreement. The development of the G-Virus scheduled to replace the T-Virus is near completion. Once completed, I am certain that I will be appointed to a member of the executive board for Umbrella Inc. It is imperative that we proceed with extreme caution. Redfield and the remaining STARS members are still attempting to uncover their information on the project. Continue to monitor their activities and block all attempts to investigate the underground research facilities. William Birkin. We have a problem. I have received information informing me that Umbrella HQ has sent spies to recover my research on the G-Virus. There are an unknown number of agents involved. They must not be allowed to take this project away from me, as it represents my entire life's work. Search the city thoroughly for any suspicious persons, detain any such individuals by whatever means deemed necessary, and contact me immediately through Annette. With these precautions, any possible threats should be eliminated. I will not allow anyone to steal my work on the G-Virus. Not even Umbrella. William Birkin. So, yeah. Shocker. Cop bought out.
Where are you going, Ada?
To the chemical plant. I have a feeling that's where I'll find John.
Ada, wait! Hey! Do you read me, Claire? We now have access to the back of the parking lot.
Got it.
I'm getting out of here and heading to the sewer. Can you meet me there?
I'm on my way.
You know, this kind of makes me wonder, given the amount of Resident Evil characters out there, I know Jill's kind of in the running for a new game for people. I remembered Hunk. Is he just relegated to side mode status, or would a full game with him be a possibility? Because, like, my Resident Evil character lore isn't that extensive. I just know people really want a game with Jill again, and for Claire to also probably get some other limelight, because, let's see, the last limelight that she ever really got was that one Resident Evil TV series on Netflix, I think, where she and Leon meet up and he's working for the president, I think. Right? Am I remembering that correctly, or am I incorrect? Also, I need a key card. We're gonna have to slip into the sewers again, I think. Yeah. All right. Just go this way. I forgot that the entrance that we did unlock was that way, not the other way. So yeah, given my sleep schedule that I'm trying to go for, and oh shit. Oh my god. Well, that could have gone better. Oh, right, the spider. Please tell me the second one isn't still there. Is it just dead permanently? Thank God, yes. Well. That sucks. Alright, I'm putting the club key away since we don't really need that in my inventory right now. I'm gonna put the knife away for now. All right. I hope to God I have more healing items. Please, I need that. That's the thing that sprouted out of the reporter. Quick, don't let it mutate too much. It'll start writing clickbait thumbnails. It'll start putting clickbait not thumbnails, articles. That's the term. Welp. How far back did I just lose progress? We know what to do now, but unfortunately I do not have enough ink ribbons. We'll be at full health, so maybe I can be a bit better about those dogs. If this has taught me anything, is that when I do my Claire B playthrough, I'm going to be a bit better about how I space my saves out. And now that I'm used to the control scheme... Yeah. Shit. You know what, how about I just preemptively do the pieces all together like I did earlier? Because I think that's our first boss fight, too, right? I think it is. All right. And just in case the spider poisons me again. Yeah, because that's the thing that I just know for certain I had to get used to with this game, is just having the tank controls and figuring out how to maneuver around enemies with their collision, because, you know, unfortunately, like, the game started off running and I got nearly killed immediately. But, hey, I mean, now that I know what to expect with these, I probably should be better about it with Claire B. Alright. It's just, I also haven't gotten a single ink ribbon throughout that entire stretch where I got all that progress done, too, so... Yeah, gotta play it a bit more Oh, you motherfucker. Okay, there. I'm just... Oh, cool. All right. Well, that wasn't a very smart idea. I just got tired of having to maneuver around them when I was getting back to this room. Wish I could pop open these trunks for something. Yeah. I'm Leon Kennedy and I eat a hot dog real bad. God, it's hot in here. I am hating this fucking heat. But I don't want to turn on my AC because that fucker will be loud as hell in the background. Oh boy, I hate the summer. Like, genuinely, summer is my least favorite season because it's just miserably hot. Like, spring's fine because at the very least the goddamn sun has the decency to not cook me alive. Ugh. Did I even... fuck it. They're already all in that spot, and I'll just put them in to a different area another time. Okay, so it seems like they actually don't do too much damage if you just, you know, get them, or if they just attack you normally. It's their poison that hurts. He says as he immediately gets into the caution. Great. Okay, well... I'm just gonna run past the dogs. Cool. Alright, got a pot shot anyway. I hate that I used up so much of the healing. It's just... When you're not used to a control scheme, this whole situation just kind of wobbled out, but I'm surviving at least. Just not in the most ideal way. Alright, this time I'll be a bit smarter and just do what I did earlier. Ha ha ha! Whew, okay. Okay, so we had 2 doors to unlock here. Where was the 3rd one? It wasn't in the basement, was it? That was the key card door. And that door just led to another sewer section that we... I think all that was in there was either a red or a blue herb. Wait, no, I'm wrong. That door had the electronic lock. Also, that was a club door. When I go back down there, I'll check. Alright, we get more shotgun shells out of this locker. Nothing in that locker. Is there anything on here? Thank fuck. Okay. Nothing useful, nothing useful. What about the other side of the table? Okay, nothing. Alright. Fucking finally. So if I get through all that progress again, I can at least find or at the very least, up until I get the night piece, if I can get my hands on a save room somewhere close by. And just continue through the diary. Guy's talking about how he wish he could have gone through an anime chess sequence. He totally wanted to do Queen's Gambit with Thomas. Was there anything here? Just bunk beds? Okay. Paper more than a week old. Alright. Yeah, regarding Summer Games Fest, I actually don't really know the specifics as to what week it's on. It's probably sometime in June, I just don't know when. But, fair to say, chances are, unless it's on a weekend, I likely won't be able to catch it, because unfortunately, a lot of gaming events really love to be on the same, be in the same time slot as people's work days. I know for certain that that happens with me a lot, and that's going to happen with Nintendo Directs in particular, because the next time Nintendo has a Direct, they're likely going to do it on a weekend, or on a, like a random Tuesday maybe, at an early-ass hour in the morning, because they love to fucking do that. So either way, I won't be able to watch it until, I don't know, later when I'm home, because that's how that goes sometimes. And I understand, like, they want to have it early, I guess, for other people in the world to be able to see it, and they're in their afternoon time versus American nighttime. But it's like, shit, that's late. Alright. With that done, we're going to... I'm going to put the Magnum in a safe room somewhere. I'll put the Magnum in the item box near here, because I'm not going to really need that until a boss fight. Because if there's anything that I recognize is that the Magnum's a really good weapon, and I should not use it until I really need to, like, towards the end of the game kind of need to. I forgot, this one doesn't have an iron box, the other room. Chat still broken for me? I don't see anything wrong. What's wrong with the chat specifically? Is it a loading problem, or is it a connectivity issue thing? Because whatever it might be on your end. Oh shit, it worked. Oh, cool. Okay. I guess it worked itself out. I get it, dude. Sometimes chat bugs happen. It's weird. I've had connectivity issues with chats before, and sometimes it can either be just down to the internet or Twitch having a weird loading problem. But yeah, all you really missed was I made progress. A VPN must have been broken. Yeah, that can happen. Your VPN likely interfered with connectivity somehow. Definitely not an unheard of event. Only thing that you missed was just that I died at the weird boss fight in the sewers because I had opted to not I didn't save very well, so I lost all my progress. Didn't know that there were ink ribbons in that locker room where you get the Magnum, because with all of those objects strewn about on the table, I genuinely did not know that it was a I genuinely had no clue, because I couldn't see it amongst all the bottles and stuff in the pre-rendered background. Grateful that I did find out about it, knowing I saw you right before the fight and told you to save. Well, Sprazzy, I unfortunately had no... Oh shit, I forgot about these guys. Anyway, I didn't have any ink ribbons on me anyway because I missed that on the table, so I would not have been able to do anything about that anyway. And now I'm at the danger again, so we're fighting an uphill battle here. Actually, no, hold on. Hold on. I'm going to give myself a little breathing room there. Oh, fair enough. Even on danger, you can make it. Yeah, danger, I can make it through that, but I decided, fuck it, I'm going to just be cheap. I have the option. They gave me the option. I'm going to use the option. Come on. Come around the corner, dude. I'm used to not being allowed to rewind. I get that. I just... I get that. I'm just of the mind that if the option exists and if I genuinely found myself understanding, like, it'd be just better if I did it in the first place, I'm gonna do that. Speedruns ban it? Yes. That's understandable. Like, I can understand speedruns banning that because, you know, that is not very sporting to go like, uh-oh, I messed up the collision on this one particular area, and I'm not allowed to rewind if you're doing a particular version. I'm guessing that might be why most of the time with speedruns they tend to go for older emulated versions of games as opposed to the as opposed to any modern versions, right? Is that part of the reason why? And in particular, why people choose to prefer using other versions of the game, like the Japanese versions, say, for others, because they tend to be a bit buggier. Best versions are on old systems. Yeah. Actually, that's a topic that I had with somebody for, that's a topic I had with somebody about Castlevania Symphony of the Night, because I don't know the speedrun scene with that game, but I also know that there are people that definitely make their opinions known on the PlayStation re-release of Symphony of the Night. Do I need to... No, I don't need to save here. It's not that bad here. I can... PS5 is really unpopular to cheat easy. Yeah. I mean, for me, it was... For me, what it was literally just a version that I was able to get because I got a PlayStation gift card for Christmas. That's it. I got a PlayStation gift card for Christmas, and this was on sale, and I was like, you know what? Why not? Japanese RE2 is a faster text and less enemy. Really? Interesting. Do you have a green herb to give? No? Okay. Yeah, that's just something that I notice with a lot of speedrunners, is that they tend to go for that. The one you're playing now harder than when I run. Okay. You know, come to think of it, I don't know if I even unlocked this door from the other side. Wonder if I can do that. Yeah, because, like, for some, the preference is for speedrunning purposes, but also I know for some, they prefer some of the old jank and awkward PS1 era stuff. Like, I know for Symphony of the Night case, people are very nostalgic for the bad voice acting in the original version of that the PS4 re-releases did away with. Now, personally, I don't really mind it because it's still a very playable, decent version of the game. What I do miss, though, is that... Oh, wait, I can't go through there anyway. What I do miss, though, or what I do think could have been done better, is the casting of Alucard in that game. Like, do not get me wrong, I love Yuri Lowenthal, and I've listened to a lot of his stuff, a lot of the anime and games that he's been in, but... he would not have been my first choice for Alucard, because Alucard does not strike me as the kind of character that has Yuri Lowenthal's voice. Wrong button. I'm gonna do this. Like, you ever have that with a character where you just kind of see their design and then you listen to their voice from the VA and you're like, that doesn't feel like it fits. Like, not in like a, oh, you need to completely change it situation, just more in like a, you know, not a bad fit, but not what I would pick kind of deal. That was a conversation I actually had with someone on Blue Sky with Kagurabachi, since, you know, the anime for that got announced, and because me and everybody else on the internet knows that that will become the next big fucking thing next year, speculations on dub VAs kind of hopped around. Yeah, been a few times where the voice just doesn't seem to match. Yeah. And it's not like and Yuri Lowenthal's not a bad VA, do not get me wrong. I love his performance as Yosuke in Persona 4. People loved him as Spider-Man in the PlayStation 4 Spider-Man game. Also, I just realized I didn't even do the fucking puzzle in the conference room. I forgot that section. Oops. I forgot to go over there. What else was there? I don't know. Yuri Lowenthal's been in a lot. It's just his voice for his voice mismatches for me with Alucard. Gotta need to play Persona 4. Hey, a remake's on the horizon, so you've got plenty of chances. You have the remake, you have Persona 4 Golden. I think if you have a PS3, you can get the PS2 original. Started with 5, loved it, want to go back. Okay, so I am in agreement that I like 5. 5, for me at least, is a pretty decent game, for the most part, with gameplay. Story, there's just character moments I don't really care for, but in retrospect. But there is one fucking boss fight in Persona 5 Royal, in particular, that made me never want to go back to it again. Like, a boss fight so horrendous, I genuinely never want to replay that game because of the one boss fight. And it's a trial problem for literally anybody that has played Persona 5 Royal, specifically. I'm referring to the Okumura boss fight, for anybody that doesn't know. I've bitched about this boss fight a lot on stream, and I'm not going to get into the specifics. I've done so before, but I just can't fucking abide by that boss fight. Oh, interesting. You get little gun marks on the camera if you shoot towards it. That's fun. Huh. Interesting. But yeah, that Okumura boss fight can absolutely, like... That can absolutely chew on tires. It was so bad. Ugh. Sorry, sneeze coming. You hit that with the pistol, I'm impressed. Really? Is that not a easy shot to do? Sorry, I had a sneeze coming that wouldn't go through. Ugh, God, now my nose is gonna be bothering me. Anyhow, the Okumura boss fight just killed my interest in ever wanting to replay that game again. Genuinely. Like, I can't, in good faith, want to play that game after that boss fight. It sucked. I'm trying to remember. Who else? God, he's been in so many things. I know he was also the prince in the Prince of Persia Sands of Time. I think for the entire trilogy with that. And you know, it's messed up. No, it's normal. The shotgun used to hit the screen. Yeah, everyone asked for P4 was better. Yeah, like, I agree in the sense that Persona 4's cast felt more cohesive, and I like a lot of the things they had there. So maybe this remake could help explore some more stuff and maybe refine some things. I already like the fact that Golden's available on pretty much everything now, but, you know, nice to see that a remake's out, or in the works, I suppose. Maybe this can finally get Atlas to fucking release Personas 1 and 2, or at the very least remaster them or remake them. But considering what their trajectory is, my guess is they're just going to go straight to P6. Okay, so what we're looking for is going around that way and then do that puzzle. Get the cog, put the cog in the clock tower, and then we'll be good. And some will also say that Persona 3 is the better game than the rest in the trilogy. It's actually funny. So way back when I was in high school, I actually had Persona 3 FES on my PS3, and I got a fair ways into it. I actually got up to one of the major boss fights and made some progress after that, but at some point during a dungeon run, I lost progress by dying, and I lost my save. Which, that is the demoralizing thing in Persona that has hit me before. That hit me when I played the PlayStation 2 original way back when. Because, you know, in the old Persona games, when you died, if you didn't save frequently, you had the very, very, very unfortunate opportunity to lose multiple weeks or in-game months worth of progress. Because, you know, wrong button. It was the era when there were not autosaves. There were not sequences of multiple saves in the dungeons. Like, the only places you could save in Personas 3 and 4 were select areas in the overworld where you had to find a specific spot. And sometimes when you're in the gaming groove, you just forget that, you forget to, you know? So that was the reason. So I lost too much in-game progress in particular moments in both Persona 3 FES and 4. So fair to say, that made me not really want to do it. But then Persona 5 came around, had better autosaves, and I was like, oh, that's nice. And now Persona 4 Golden's available, and I played through that. I didn't get the best ending, but I played through it, and that felt better. And I have Persona 3 Reload, but I haven't played it yet. Again, that's something I hope to rectify now that I'll have more afternoons free to play games for myself. All right, well, we're about to go into the ad break, so we're going to go into 3 minutes of ads with an hour of no pre-rolls after, so get hydrated, stretch, do whatever you need to do, and we will be right back. And we're back. Thank you for your patience. All right. So, I forgot to mention that there was something else that I had done recently. I finished another audiobook, and I started one called Agnes Albert's Mystical Cat Shelter, which, that one's been a pretty decent read so far. Very good fantasy read that's kind of pseudo-modern, because it doesn't take place in, like, modern day. It takes place in an era of trolleys and a mixture of having electric and oil lamps. And it's been a decent read. It's about a lady who has a cat shelter in France that lives in a town that's not very cat-friendly, but... And so, like, because it's cat-friendly, or not cat-friendly, she's been having a hell of a time trying to find a building to rent. And the reason why it's called Mystical Cat Shelter is because this is a France and also a world where magicians are real. And one of the reasons why she is looking for a new place to rent is because a wizard duel had completely destroyed... Well, not completely. Had heavily destroyed her old shelter space. So now she and her cats are trying to find a new place. And she lucks upon a area that would be perfect for her and her cats, but the twist is that the landlord is actually a magician, and not just any magician, the most dangerous magician that had apparently almost destroyed the world a few years prior. So it's kind of a enemies to lovers fantasy series that features a pretty interesting little magic system. And I like it. It's charming so far. And the previous book that I finished was Half a King by Joe Abercrombie, which that was fun. That was a fun little short read. It took me about 9 hours to finish, or it was a 9-hour listen rather. Although it was really interesting, the narrator for that book was John Keating, who's the narrator for the Ranger's Apprentice series, since I'd gone through that. And I felt a weird sort of dissonance listening to that when I was like, oh, I'm hearing this guy swear when, like, I didn't hear him swear whatsoever listening to Ranger's Apprentice. It was like, I don't know, it's like hearing a person that voiced a Disney character suddenly curse up a storm in, like, a parody movie or something. It's just really odd. But Half a King was a decent enough one. I wouldn't say it's my favorite so far of Joe Abercrombie stuff that I've listened to, but I've only really listened to 2 of his books now, with part of The Blade itself being listened to. But if you're looking for a nice, very fast-paced book that has elements of being able to take control of your own destiny as far as its themes are concerned, I would recommend Half a King. Okay, so I'm not going in the right area, aren't I? No, I am. And I know Half a King has its own series, I think, attached to it, but I already have so many fucking books I have to fucking finish now because Libby just gave me a pure forceful downpour of all of these books that I have had on hold for a while. Because after I finish Mystical Cat Shelter, the next one I'm going to listen to is this BBC radio drama collection of Terry Pratchett books. Which sounds like it'd be a lot, but it's actually not. It's like a collection of Terry Pratchett stories that are not that long at all. So that's on the docket next, and then after that is another Mistborn book, and then I can get to the collection of books I have over on Libro. I love being spoiled for choice on media. It's fantastic. Alright, well, we're gonna go put the cog in. Gonna find a save room as soon as we go down the dust chute. And then after that, I'm gonna use the club key on the final door I think that it has association with. Yeah. There we go. Take Raina for Ben, he's got terrible heartburn. Raina for Ben, he's got terrible. Yeah, it's all the trolley gummy bears that he just got force-fed. Or not gummy bears, gummy worms. Okay. Well, instead of going down that way, I wanted to go past the parking lot, because I think that final room over there is the last club key room. Plus, I really need to save after all that progress. Also, is Renia a type of medication that's in the UK? Because as I understand it, there's definitely different medication regulations in other countries versus the US, because we are a cavalcade of fun bullshit here in the good old US. Did you know that NyQuil and Dayquil are not allowed in Japan? I didn't know that until I saw an Emirichu video about how she had to try and treat getting a cold. Harper Meds in the UK, not sure what the US has. We have Tums, or like Tums equivalents. Actually, you know what? I forgot. It's just the spider. I can probably run past that, no problem. Or I could just kill the spider and not worry about it. I just need to save again, so I at least have a safety net for the boss fight. Oh, I need to get back. Okay, right. I have to do the cutscene.
Ben! Can you still hear me? Come on, answer!
Damn! I don't believe this. I almost got the story.
Ben.
Always worry about the spider? Okay. I've got shotguns for that reason.
Bitter irony. The chief of police, a co-conspirator.
He really wanted to go whale to get his favorite gacha waifus. I don't know why he would need that much money to get them. They're just PNGs. Or no, he needed them for his Uma Musume poles.
It's burning!
He really needed that exclusive gold ship outfit that crossed over with Hatsune Miku. Ah! Tato's better anyway. Don't quote me on any of this shit. I don't listen to Vocaloid at all. I'm just kicking the hornet's nest because I think it's funny. And yeah, we already learned about this, how Chief Irons was getting about $10,000 worth of money off of William Birkin, and how he's supposed to be tracking down the STARS agents.
Where are you going, Ada?
To the chemical plant. I have a feeling that's where I'll find John.
Ada, wait! Hey!
Chief Irons.
Do you read me, Claire? We now have access to the back of the parking
He's faking
lot.
it, trying to get out of work. Yeah.
I'm getting out of here and
Boss,
down to the sewer.
I can't come in.
Can you meet me there?
Some kind of bizarre creature tore out of my shoulder. I can't move my right arm. I'm losing a lot of blood. Okay, but can you stand up? Can you work? I recall that you can use a cash register with one arm, can't you? Then you can come into work. All right, now we go down to the sewer, and then I'm gonna kill that spider, save, then we're going back up, go to the club room, past all of those liquors at the floor, and see what's in there. Hopefully it's a bunch of healing. Oh, fuck, I forgot about these guys. No! That's a bunch of progress lost again. I hate these things. Unless, fuck it. Fuck it, no. How about no? Painfully true for every workplace, yeah. I'm just gonna preemptively fucking equip this thing. Is it cheap? Yes, but I don't care, because I haven't found any healing items since I had to use the green herbs going through here, and I'm really tired of these fucking dogs. Thankfully, they're both down, so... Makes me wonder, though. Now I can go into their kennels. Please tell me there's something in here I can get. Okay, that's handy, but I'm 1 foot in the grave anyway. Please, I just want... I just need another green herb, something. Great. Cool. Ocean Ninja going off for no reason. Ah, yeah, please go check that. I'm not poisoned, am I? Of course I am. Okay. We can save here, which means I at least have something of a safety net, even if I am nearly dead. Put this away, because for all I know, perhaps something in the club room could be taking up more space than I've got. Then I'll come back and put the chess pieces in. Well, hopefully I can make it past. If I can't, then I'll just do the rewind. Literally nothing there. Is it windy? That might have been it, because sometimes wind can rattle a motion sensor if the door's particularly loose. have your Elder Scrolls NPC moment where you're like, must have been the wind. Did you know? Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll. I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee. Do you think in the event Elder Scrolls 6 ever happens that we'll end up with a similar meme like that? Or is that, like, just not... Oh, you... Fuck me. Okay. Well... I don't want to get my Magnum just to use against these guys. No, it was the middle of the hotel with no wind. Definitely something high. Oh, something with a high stealth skill. I don't know. Maybe a rat or something. Who knows? Please don't turn around. Okay, where was the... There's no healing in there. It's literally just ahead of me. I just want to go in there. Get in! Oh! 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 That or it goes to, well, maybe the rumor in my workplace are true. Oh my god, please, for the love of God, is there a healing item in here for me? Something. A green herb? Please. First aid spray? I'll even take some ibuprofen at this point. Red key card. Is that for that other door? Ah, oh, fuck. I'm dead. No, no, no. No. You don't want to know the answer? I now know the answer. Am I cooked? Is this just a cooked playthrough? Be honest. Because I have no healing. I'm at danger. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to bring my Magnum in. And I'm out of shotgun rounds. Be honest. Is this cooked? Because I have no idea where else I can find any healing items at all. Because that boss fight will kill me in one... Literally anything can kill me in one hit. I could stub my toe in this playthrough and I would die in one hit. Oh god, no, you're fine. It won't be easy, but you're good. I don't know. With my luck in this playthrough, I'm not feeling confident. Wait, did I even go into the... No, I did, because I got the night piece. Alright, you know what I'm going to do? Just to avoid the... Okay, question. For the Magnum, does that hit multiple enemies, or is that just the shotgun? Like, I don't like the idea of having to use some of that. No, just one. Save Magnum for bosses. Okay. If I could just get a green herb or something so I at least have more movement speed. Take 2 to 3 shells, take your time with them. That's what I did. It's just the problem is that whole room had me trapped, and because they don't stun the way that I'm used to them stunning, I'm feeling a bit cooked on this. Because, okay, question. Would it be a better idea for me to just fight the boss here and then just come back to that club room, or should I do the club room and the keycard room and then just, you know, I'm just gonna try again with that. We can make it up to the armory. There's a first aid in there, if I remember right. Armory. Was that the one? Hold on. Let me consult the map. That's the sewage disposal. I'm in the wrong. Healer, 2 rooms after the boss. Okay. Was the armory the same room that I got jump scared in when I was, when I got the diamond key? Because if so, I didn't find a first aid in there. I'll trust you on that, but I just don't remember. I don't know if that was specifically the armory, because it was the one where I got the film about some of the lore and some shotgun shells, but I tried the other lockers. I don't think I got a... you know what? It wouldn't kill me to do so. It's not that difficult to get back there. It's just annoying because I'm so slow. Permission for spoiler for its location? Permission granted. Go ahead. Because I want to be on my best foot forward to not only get through that club room, but also to get through that boss fight. Fuck. I walked too far. Don't turn around. Don't do it. The room with the zombies you died in has a red key card. Use that in the lurker corridor to get to the... Oh, that's the armory. Oh. Okay, so there's a first aid spray in there. Door with that green light. I see. Well, I may have an idea. If I enter this and then exit it, maybe that'll give me some breathing room to get past them. Maybe? A thought? Yes. There we go. Whew. All right. All right, well, now that I have this spot, I at least have the rewind capabilities here. Now, the problem is that once all those guys get up, I am gonna have a fucking hell of a time trying to get out. Alright, that was a stupid idea. I thought aiming up would be able to hit their heads. Wrong direction. Shit. It'd be better if I did a final stand of some kind here. Well. Come on. Ah, shit. Nope. This is not good. I'm in a rough spot here. make it out. I'm just... Fucking camera angle. You got a rewind point before the boss. I can save you some trouble if you want, but it would be a major spoiler. Yeah. They give you a pretty... Like, that's something that I like about this version. They give you a lot of points before you before you, like, do anything. Yeah. Go ahead. I'll allow it. I'm out of shotgun rounds anyway. Because I had to use them on the dogs, because I got fucking tired of the dogs. Because, like, I'm having fun, it's just, a lot of this is my own fault. I will recognize that, because I'm not really managing my resources very well, because I started off on a, like, gotta recognize, I ended up in the danger health zone before I even made it to the police station because of how unused to tank controls I am. So, that's been my experience. I know for a certainty that when I get to Clear B, I will have a much better time because I'm used to the control scheme now. But yeah, this particular instance, I'm just having some major situations on. Also, I'm just gonna magnum this boss. Again, this isn't the first time I've had to use the save and reload system in this style before. I did for Castlevania, and I just, yeah. 7 shots kill with him. It will stun him. Ignore the little things. If that got you, wiggle the left stick until they come off. Okay, I'll do that. Get off me. Get off me, you little shits. Oh my god. Get off me! Back the way you came to okay, yeah. To disappear him? Got it. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I hate to have blown like 7 rounds of that on a single boss like that, but I was caught between a rock and a hard place with that. And the second I will get more healing, I will go back and do the whole club room armory sequence. I needed a break there. So thank you, Spraz. I appreciate that. Or Sprays, I appreciate it. Just in case there's anything else, but also I need to grab... all of these guys. I still find it interesting that I still have the valve handle and I haven't used that since I had that one sequence with the helicopter. That's the speedrun strat. You still get plenty more Magnum ammo. Okay, good to know. Yeah, that entire moment was just a moment of like pure frustration because like, yeah, again, a lot of it is my own fault because I just didn't really get it or I haven't really gotten used to this game in full, but at the very least, we're now making progress.
Ada! What was that all about? Running off like that was reckless and stupid. Those zombies are everywhere. Not to mention that thing that got Ben.
I was there, Leon. I know.
Look, Ada. As an officer, it's my job to look out for you. But we're not going to get through this alive if we don't work together. Okay?
All right. We'll do this your way for now.
Anyway, how come half your arm is hanging off of your elbow there? Don't worry about it. I'll get better after I take a salt tablet. I just need to get some Tylenol in my system. Or like my hero Ethan Winters does, just put some green goop on my hand and then it'll reattach, no problem. Leon, you're walking through sewage water. You're gonna get septicemia because of the injuries. Don't worry about it. Okay, that's a bunch of blue stuff. 'Tis but a scratch. Your arm's off. That's blue stuff. Where's the green stuff? Is it in the next room? Actually, is there something at the end here? Cold draft is blowing in. Okay, so that's probably a no. Leon, you're gonna get a horrible infection. You're gonna get gangrene in your system if you don't reattach your hand. Ah, don't worry about it. It'll scab over. Next room? Okay. Okay. Locker. Okay, that's a lift down. I'll take that. That's handy. What's this? Sewer management facts. User list of the connecting facility. On the first and third Wednesday of the month, Angelica Margaret, Chief of Maintenance, will make use of the facilities. Be sure to reduce the moisture levels in the facility by activating the fan, as the equipment she will be using is susceptible to the effects of water vapors. On the 28th of every month, the chemical transporter Don Weller will use the facility. The chemicals he will be transporting are extremely volatile. Extreme caution should be observed throughout their transport. On the 6th and 16th of every month, Police Chief Brian Irons will visit the facility to attend the regular meetings that take place in the lab. On the 4th Friday of every other month, William Birkin will use the facility to conduct a training seminar for the Chicago branch of Umbrella Inc. As the probability of an attack upon Dr. Birkin will be high, take every measure conceivable to guard his life. You will be informed of all other potential visitors and the times they will arrive as needed. Guide these individuals to their destination safely. We expect nothing but the best from you. Charles Coleman, Secretary-Chief, Umbrella Headquarters. That was a lot of shit. Okay, that's more ink ribbons. I'll take that. Put this blue stuff in the section here. And we're gonna... I need to find that... first aid spray. Where are you? That's the elevator down. Oh, thank God. Oh. Yay, proper movement speed. Also, now we save, and I'm going to go back to that club room area and gather that key card in the armory. Thank you, Sprays, for that. I really appreciate it. I'm so sorry for my impatience about the whole thing. Sometimes... This is my first playthrough of this game, and sometimes with first playthroughs, I just recognize that I need to defer to experts when needed. Like, I've managed on my own pretty alright so far, I'd say, but... Oh, man. Like, there have been some parts in this game. But, again, this is not as egregiously bad for me as something like Circle the Moon was. Like, Circle the Moon was just straight up unfun at points. Like, I cannot emphasize that enough with how that game was designed. But hey, we've done it, and now I can sneak past the liquors again, and then we can go to, and then we can actually destroy all those zombies that are in that stupid morgue room. And then we can check out that keycard room, and then we're good. Or the armory, I mean. Yippee! No worries, I enjoy first playthroughs. Gets boring in under an hour every time. Yeah, like... I understand that perspective. Watching somebody play a game you really like for the first time. That's why anytime I ever see somebody play Dragon Quest XI for the first time, or any of the Octopath games, or let's see, what's another one I really like to see people try, or Hades, No More Heroes, Yakuza 0, any Zelda game, really. Like, I've been seeing a lot of people play the HD patches that came out for Twilight Princess recently, and that's been an interesting thing to see. As for if I would play that version, I probably wouldn't, because funnily enough, I actually have a Wii copy of Twilight Princess, and I thought of this idea over, and I kind of want to propose it again, just to probe some thoughts. What would you all think about the idea of a retro game stream where I play the games on as close to original hardware as possible? So, like, if I played Zelda Wind Waker, I would play the OG GameCube version, or if I played Twilight Princess, I'd play the Wii version of that, or Wii Edition playthroughs of No More Heroes 1 and 2. Like, what would y'all think about that idea? Like, obviously not for every game I'm going to be doing I'll have that, because unfortunately some of the copies of those games are really fucking expensive. But it's an idea that's been ruminating in my head for a while, or it's been just brewing in the back of my head for a while, and I thought it'd be fun, because I've seen streamers do that before with some games that, you know, are more readily accessible. Or like Super Mario Galaxy, if I did a stream of the Wii version of that. I'd personally love it. Yeah, I think it'd be having some charm to it. Actually, speaking of Wind Waker, I actually have the HD Wii U version of the game. It's just, unfortunately, I don't own a Wii U, so I don't have the ability to play it, but I would at some point plan on getting one to play that, and also to mayhaps hack it, because as Sakurai said, it is quite easy to hack your 3DS and Wii U. But I for certain would also want to be able to play the HD version of Wind Waker. There we go. Fuck these guys. And I have enough rounds to at least do fine enough in certain spots. One day I'll be streaming this and try to do it without running just for a challenge. See, that's funny. To do, like, interesting different challenges for some games. Like, there's some weapon challenges that I know exist for some Castlevania games. To, you know, try different playthroughs. Like, if somebody were to play Aria of Sorrow and do a gun-only playthrough, but I could... You could never catch me doing that, because the guns in those Castlevania games fucking suck. They are awful. The guns in those games are never known to be particularly good versus literally any of the other weapons you can use in those games. Just gonna wait for this guy to pass up. And, like, the other thing is, I have the display capabilities to actually do streams with original hardware, because I have an AV to HDMI converter. So I have the ability to stream those games with an HDMI cable to plug into my OBS. I actually tested it before. I've done Resident Evil 1 knife only. That was, oh god. Yeah, that would be a bit much for me, I think. That's brave, especially considering tank controls, because, I mean, consider my gameplay. Like, my tank control gameplay in this has been not the strongest. I'm trying to think. If by some miracle I was able to find a copy of Symphony of the Night for, if I was able to find a copy of Symphony of the Night for PlayStation 1 and got a PlayStation 1, I would do that so much. I would love to do that. I'm trying to think, what else is there? I have a PlayStation 2 copy of Dragon Quest VIII. I just need to get a PS2 and a memory card and a controller. I actually have a GameCube copy of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. Slide pack and carry more items. I want the side pack. Save it for Claire. Interesting phrasing on that, Leon. Also, is it just this in the locker? Where's the... Wasn't there a first aid spray or something, or a heal? Alright, I guess we got just extra space pouches, which, you know what, I'll take. That'll be fine. Because we have nothing really going after us after I get past those guys again. He mentioned saving it for Claire, so I will do that. Yeah, just that. I swear there was a FAS. Yeah, I don't know why there wasn't a first aid. But that's fine. We're at full health. I've got an ink ribbon, so I'll just save after we get back there. And then we'll continue on for a bit longer. I'll probably stop at the 4-hour mark, because As I said, I am going to be trying to wake up earlier starting tomorrow, and by earlier, I mean like 6 a.m. for me, which is really early. FAS's first aid spray. Okay, yeah. That's really... I mean, again, it's fine. We've got plenty of stuff. We now have a stride that we've reached. I'm healed up. I've got ammo now. I'm happy. Have it with a spell speed lingo? No, I get it. I mean... Sprays, have you ever seen a person that plays Final Fantasy XIV type or talk when they are in-game chatting with each other? It feels like listening to coders or STEM people talk. That's what it feels like. It's like, what the fuck's a prog? Why are you saying ooh-woo? Which, speaking of Final Fantasy XIV, I finally bit the bullet and got myself the free trial version of the game, because at the very least, I hear just enough positive buzz about it to give it a try. I don't know if I will get the game in full. Also, I don't know if I have the Shadowbringers edition of the free trial, because I did actually get the free trial a long while ago, but maybe I didn't. I don't know. It might as well speak Japanese. It may as well be another language, because like genuinely, I hear some of the terms thrown around, and I'm like, what? All right. But yeah, I just decided to get it because also my friend and artist of my emotes, Lilith Vanille, who also did my profile picture, interestingly enough, she loves Final Fantasy XIV, and she's played it a whole lot and knows the game, and she's asked me a few times to join her on it. Because apparently one of the favorite things of Final Fantasy XIV players is that they love to see new people try out the game. And my thing is this, and I've talked about this a little bit, but I'll say it in detail here. MMOs for me kind of reach into that same territory of multiplayer games to where I fear that having people to play with could potentially ruin the fun if I'm not doing things the way that the people I'm playing with want me to. Especially when it comes to MMOs, because people can get pretty goddamn mad when it comes to PvP and raid boss stuff. And also that apparently raid bosses are necessary to continue parts of the story. Oh.
Ada! Heads up!
Leon, that woman was... I have to talk to her.
I have a bullet wound in my shoulder. I thought you said you just needed Tylenol. I was lying. Been tempted to try Final Fantasy, but the size scares me. The online is my thing. Yeah, typically online games aren't really my thing either. And what hasn't helped is that Final Fantasy XIV is one of the ones that it is like one where you pay a subscription, which I understand, like, that's how they fund the game and maintain it and everything, but I just don't have the money to spend monthly to play a game of like that, especially if I don't know if I'll even like the gameplay style of it. You know what I mean? Like, you know how MMOs work where it's like you have a progress bar or a hot bar style combat that you go through? He's holding something. I don't need this right now. Okay. Like, I'm just worried the gameplay might not mesh with me, and that while I hear the story's fantastic, especially when you get to Shadowbringers, I don't know if I want to go through that much content. And I for certain probably won't stream it because I don't know, like my experience with the game makes me feel more like I'd enjoy speaking about it as opposed to playing it. Oh god, oh god. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Get down, get down. Holy shit. God, it's like the cockroaches in Texas all over again. Those fuckers are not fearful. Am I hurting? No, I'm good. They're just annoying. Stop the rotation of the fan briefly.
Don't move. You're the one who was with that cop, if I'm not mistaken. Identify yourself. Ada Wong. Ada Wong. I've heard that name before. Now I remember. One of the men from Chicago who came to assist the T-virus research used his girlfriend's name as his password. Ada and John, I believe. How did you know? Who are you? Annette Birkin. My husband is the man responsible for the creation of the T-virus. William Birkin. What? John's dead. He became one of those zombies. My condolences. And although I regret this, you will be joining him shortly. I won't let anyone take the G-virus away from me. G-virus? It's capable of creating the ultimate bioweapon. Its potential is even greater than that of the T-virus. Then that must mean the creature in the police department is... Precisely. My husband, William. And it's all Umbrella's fault. None of this would have happened if they hadn't tried to steal his research away from him.
This way.
Oh shit.
So those rats were the carriers of the virus. As a result of his virus-induced transmutation, William should have lost any prior memories he had as a human by now. Even worse, every G-virus bioweapon, including William, has the ability to implant embryos into other creatures. And create offspring. No. Too bad.
All right. I just remembered I could rewind. Ugh, that was so dumb. I should have snoozed the ads ahead of time. I didn't realize I'd reached this cutscene. Oops. All right, well, I'm going to wait for the ad break to be done. Oops. Hold on. Those would be a really tiny BRB. Well, that was a massive oopsie. Yeah, I didn't realize this cutscene would be here, so the ad break happened during the cutscene. Then when I hit pause on the pre-rendered one, that one, for some reason, I could skip, but apparently I can't skip the in-engine ones. But because I have the ability of rewind powers, as Sprays says, I am Link from Majora's Mask, I can do this.
This way. It's sheer perfection. My precious G-Virus. No one will ever take you away from me.
There he is.
So you finally come.
Doctor, we're here to collect the G-Virus sample.
Sorry, but I won't just hand over my life's work.
Stop it. You might hit the sample. That's it, all right. Okay, let's move out.
William. Oh my. Hold on, darling. I'm taking care of that bullet wound first. Stay here.
Alpha team, have you retrieved the sample yet?
Affirmative. We'll be at the rendezvous point in 1 minute.
Roger.
Are you telling me that he injected the G-Virus into his own body?
The G-Virus has the ability to revitalize cellular functions.
What was that? Something's wrong. Let's check it out. Over there! Shoot it! Eat this, you freak! I'm stopping it! What is this thing? Hurry! What is this thing? Fire! Fire! You son of a...
So those rats were the carriers of the virus.
As a result of his virus-induced transmutation, William should have lost any prior memories he had as a human by now. Even worse, every G-Virus bioweapon, including William, has the ability to implant embryos into other creatures.
And create offspring. No. Too bad.
Yeah, stay here because he's in a state to move after getting shot 6 times by a rifle. Yeah. Alright, well, I did that. Yeah, that was... I should have... In retrospect, I could have snoozed the ads, but I had no idea that there would even be a cutscene there. So, oops. He's holding something. I don't need this right now. I'm guessing that's all to say that that's something Leon does. Machine to regulate the amount of trash. Looks like some sort of book. I don't need to read. Okay. She's like, that's all Leon stuff. No, thank you. Yeah, and I take it because they all got destroyed, Hunk wasn't in there. The hecky?
Ada?
I've recovered from getting shot in the shoulder, with no cover-ups on the wound whatsoever. Oh god, I have a... God damn it. Sorry, another sneeze wouldn't go through. Shit. Ugh. What is in here? Shotgun shells? I will take that. Please and fucking thank you. Okay, so these were all the umbrella guys that got destroyed by William. Hunk was there, but was just knocked out. Okay. You know, I mentioned this earlier, and I'm going to ask again. I know people want another Jill game to happen, which, you know, I'm in agreement on, but I'm kind of curious on if people would ever want a game exclusively about Hunk. Like, if he would be, like, because I know he's been relegated to mostly... Get up that... Is that not the ladder? Shit. Because I know he's been more or less relegated to side mode territory. But I didn't know if whether or not people would want a full game mode of just Hunk, or even just a full DLC. Actually, wait, hasn't there been a Hunk DLC? Ventilation hole at the base of the ladder. Fan is spinning too fast for me to enter. Did I just accidentally turn the fan too fast for Leon to go through? Okay, no, I can just go through here. All right. Because honestly, I would want a Jill game more... Oh, God. A Jill game more than a Hunk game. But I just know Hunk's been around in the series since 2, so I thought I'd ask about the idea. There are blue herbs growing here. Will you use them? I don't need those right now. Oh, will you use them? Not will you pick them up? Low pressure data transmitter. Insert a valve. That's why I need the valve handle. Well, I answered that when you asked before. There's a rumor of a Hunk game. Next remake will have Claire. Nothing said about Jill. Okay. Actually, wait. I don't think you did answer because apparently your chat wasn't working for you. Remember, your chat wasn't working apparently for you before, so you couldn't say anything. Okay, so Hunk game rumors, definite Claire remake, which probably means Code Veronica, but nothing said about Jill. Poor Jill. She has really not got a whole lot going for her in terms of the modern RE department. She got the 3 remake, which I know people haven't been the most positive about. I mean, Resident Evil 1 remake's considered one of the best in the entire series, alongside 4. There's original Resident Evil 3, which, you know, is considered, like, well, liked by people, but I haven't really played it myself yet. And then Resident Evil 5, you don't really play as her. She just kind of is there as a fight to go through. And before any asks, no, I'm not going to play Resident Evil 5. I know enough about that game, I've seen enough about that game, and I don't really want to play something like that. Jill's mainly had the movie roles, but she needs a return. Yeah. Because people like... Because, you know, Jill's a favorite for a lot of people, and RE1 is meant to have another remake coming as well. Okay, question. How many... Do you think... Shouldn't one remake be enough for a game like that, especially when it is a game like Resident Evil 1 Remake? Because I think that's just unnecessary. Like, Requiem came out and people like that, but really they should focus on, I don't know, just make a new Jill game instead of just bringing up her old one. Like, I don't doubt that it will be a good game. But I don't know what they're even attempting. Is that just to gauge interest if whether or not Jill is popular enough with another remake? I don't know. Maybe the not so good reception of the Resident Evil 3 remake made Capcom uncertain if Jill's popular enough. But it's like, people like Jill. They just think that the game that she's attached to isn't very good. Like, Resident Evil 3 Remake, from what I've seen, is, like, fine. It's just there's some parts of it that don't seem very well done, and apparently, from what I hear, there are some glitches that happen in that game because it can't handle crowds the best. Like, I've seen the bit where Carlos has to defend the hospital. And there have been some glaring glitches that happened there. Yes, it should be enough. She's got slow aging, so she can't be used for years. Yeah. Yeah. I just don't understand it. Like, this... Because it feels like... Maybe it's just because Leon and Chris tend to be more popular. Who knows? Also, I still have this fucking valve handle. When am I rid of this thing? Okay, so I probably can use that to raise the platform again. Also, I'm getting a lot of stuff. Is there an item box here? Save? Okay, I'll save. Yeah, because... Actually, here's another question. If given the choice, valve handle never gets discarded. Okay. Okay, here's another question. Since it doesn't get discarded, do I need it anymore after this point? And can I put that wolf medallion away? Or do I have to keep that after whatever is happening on the other side of that room? Because what I want to do right now is put this valve handle away. Valve handle never gets discarded. And we also have the wolf medallion. And I also want to put that ink ribbon away too, since we just saved. Let's go take care of that now. Because I don't see any item boxes here. Keep what you have for now. Valve has one more use. Okay. Yeah, like, I'm of the mind that if a game ever gets remade, the only time you ever really should do over on a remake is if the first remake you do isn't very good. Like how, I don't know, like the rumored Ocarina of Time remake, because, you know, Zelda's 40th anniversary is coming up, and there's already a 3DS remake of Ocarina of Time, but because Nintendo hates porting 3DS games to the Switch because they fucking hate us, there's no real way to play the 3DS version, and people still play the N64 version, you know, just because. And there's apparently rumors of a remake of Ocarina of Time coming to the Switch 2 upon the announcement this summer, which would be neat to see, but I don't know if, like, maybe the remake of the 3DS version is bad. I haven't heard bad things about it. Maybe, or like maybe if they did Diamond and Pearl remakes, because I know the Diamond and Pearl remakes for Pokemon a while back were bad. I don't know. Like, I think after Code Veronica, I think they should just stop with the remakes. You know? Like, I think there's just only so many remaking of old shit you can do before. Also, hold on. This angle from the camera and the way Leon's face is doing it, he looks like he's got a complete looks-maxing jawline. Like, do you see it? Do you see the way his face looks? Like, the way that his neck is positioned with his jaw makes it look like he has just a massive square head. is this? High pressure gas cylinder. In case of an emergency, the red light will turn on, and the gas cylinder may be removed.
Ada!
Oh, dear God. Poor man's been shot and you picked on him. I remembered that sequence in the remake. Oh, I love that. I love that that's an emote someone's got. Oh, that's your emote. Oh, I love that you have that. I wonder what I've already got 3 emotes being I've already got a bunch of emotes on the way from Lilith, so maybe I don't necessarily need to have any more quite yet. Cuz I've got 5 emotes from my emote artist, Lilith Vanille. She's making me a yay emote, a smug emote, a sweat emote, an omega lol emote, and a hydrate emote. So you'll know when they're up, and some of them are available for followers. I think for my baby croc. Oh. Yeah, I think some of the follower emotes include my pass and my fail and my lore and inspector hat emote. So and I also have animated emote slots open too. I just, after spending the amount that I've spent on the emotes I've got, I probably won't be planning on more emotes for a while.
Leon.
This bullet wound isn't making things any easier.
Quiet, Leon.
Let's see, you've got Lemon, you've got GG, Homer Woohoo, Homer Dow, a Let's Go,
That's 2 I owe you.
Pet the Croc,
Don't mention it.
and a Super Cop. 5 that aren't live.
I
Okay.
just found out. John's dead.
What?
Never mind. Let's just get out of here. The sooner the better.
Yeah, I've got a lot of emotes that I have yet to really, or a lot of emote slots that I have yet to take up. Oh, actually, what I need to do now? Get an emote. I need to get an emote artist. Well, you're in luck. I could point you to my friend. That's my emote artist, Lilith Vanille. Those are her socials and her Twitch and her Twitter and her Blue Sky, so, and her YouTube. So if you want to go commission her, you can go follow her and see about discussing with her about emotes. So, and she also did my profile picture. So, you know, she does a lot. She can even do PNG stuff. She can do PNG tuber stuff. Perfect message, Nightbot. I'm kind of new to learning on how to construct Nightbot alerts. That's just my command for shouting out, or at the very least giving credit to the artists that have worked on my channel. I actually have if you're curious about getting a pixel model like how I have on screen, TheBlindArcher is the artist responsible for my pixel emote, or pixel model. He specializes in Game Boy Advance style portraits and characters. Definitely be looking into that. Most of my... Oh, please get an actual artist. Don't use AI, dude. Support actual artists, bro. Come on. Huh? Okay, so we got that. And I imagine that's the last usage that I need to do of the valve handle. So now we just walk across that, and the next save room we go to, I think I'll probably end for the night there, because I am getting a bit tired. And we're almost at the 4-hour point anyway, and I'm getting hot too. I need to turn on my AC. I hate the weather so much. God, I feel sweaty. I hate it. I never got to reply my logo in the cat emotes. Oh. You never got a reply from artists? That's... Ooh. Yeah, Lilith's been usually good. Lilith's been good about replies. She's very busy, though, when it comes to her life stuff. Like, she's really busy. You can stop the rotation of the fan briefly. Except I can't. The other thing that I would recommend is that you go to VGen. Because VGen is also where I found a lot of the artists that have done... Oh, do I not have room? I don't have room. Sewer Manager Diary. June 28th. It's been a while, but I saw Don today, and we talked after completing our work. He told me he had been sick in bed until yesterday. It really doesn't come as much of a surprise given how long he's been working here. He was sweating like a horse and kept scratching his body while we were talking. I asked if he was hot, but he just looked at me funny. What's wrong with him anyway? I always give him 6 months. I waited. 5 different artists Jesus Christ. Yeah, I would recommend going to VGen, possibly, but Lilith has been very good about replying with me about messages, and TheBlindArcher for my pixel model was fantastic with his timeliness. He was very, very timely, communicative, and great. So I recommend both of them highly. Just ask about their prices, and for TheBlindArcher, he's got a VGen. Lilith, her best way to contact is through probably the socials, through DMs. July 7th. Chief Irons has been visiting the lab quite often lately. I don't know what he's doing over there, but he always looks grim. The expression on his face has been even more unsettling than usual. My guess is that it's because of Dr. Birkin's impossible requests. The chief has my sympathies, though. After all he's done for the town, he doesn't deserve this. July 21st. I rarely drink because I'm on the graveyard shift, but I don't suppose I have much to complain about since this is how I make my living. August 16th. Chief Irons came in late today, looking grimmer than his usual self. I tried to joke with him to cheer him up, but he wasn't amused. He pulled his gun and threatened to shoot me. I mean, cop moment. I was able to calm him down, but that guy must have some serious problems. He knows he can't enter the lab without my help and my medal. Is this what it means for the chief to serve and protect? August 21st. William informed me that the police and media have begun their investigation on Umbrella's affairs. He said that the investigation will be city-wide and that there is a possibility they'll even search through the sewers. He asked me to suspend all Umbrella sewer facility operations until the investigation is concluded. The sewers will still be used for passage, but he stressed that I have to be extremely cautious and that I'd lose my job if anyone finds out about this operation. Okay, so that's about the stars manhunt. Need an artist for bigger projects at some point as well. Trying to think. Actually, I could also, if you're looking for another PNG artist, I'd recommend my other model artist that did my regular illustrated PNG model, SamtheSilkie. I'm gonna try something. Hold on. Okay, I can't use it there. Alright, I might just go back to the save room that we were at, and then we'll probably stop there. If I'm able to go... Because I guess I'm supposed to just go through the fan, but because I don't have the space... let me... Well, let me show you my other model. This is my other model that I use for any games that I've got that aren't retro or... This is the model I use for non-retro games, like games that aren't entirely like pixel style or low poly. Like this is for games that are more contemporary, and I kind of flip-flop between them, but for games that are more retro or retro-inspired, I use this one. So that one's made by the SamtheSilkie, the pixel one's made by TheBlindArcher. So both are PNG models, and I use V8 tube for my PNG tracking. So if you're interested in getting started on that, I cannot recommend any of them enough. They're great. They were so pleasant to work with. So yeah, that's his blue sky, his VGen, and his Twitch. So there you go. And someday I would want to get a low poly style 3D model of some kind. I probably wouldn't get a live 2D model, but I would want to try and get a 3D model at some point. And I have an artist in mind for it, but a couple things are holding me back. One, I don't really have the tracking. I don't really have the tech for a track of a model of that caliber at this time, and I'm not sure if I ever will. But it's also the financials. So there's that. The retro one is exactly what I'm after at this time. The amount of stuff I'll be needed at some point is insane. Yeah, the TheBlindArcher is fantastic for that then. It's just going to be a bit extra for the animation on the mouth that I have, but I would say it's completely worth it, because I adore this model so much. As somebody that grew up on the Game Boy Advanced with, you know, this kind of style, especially as somebody that adored the older Fire Emblem games, this was the exact kind of thing I was hoping for, and he delivered. Because funnily enough, this model that I have, this PNG model, and the other model I shared with you all, these are models that are more or less based on my IRL appearance. Because when I thought of like, oh, what do I want to do for a PNG model, I didn't really want to do something that had massive lore like you see with other VTubers or PNG tubers. I kind of just wanted to be a guy with like one fantastical element, and I'll give you a hint, the fantastical element of my model is not my glasses. It's my little elf ears, because I thought, why not be a half-elf on the internet, you know? So my model is literally just me as a half-elf. So it's just something you ought to know on that front. But yeah, VGen's a great spot if you're also looking for other artists and making sure that you have a comprehensive place to look up their rules, understand their timeline, understand what they're comfortable with, what they are not comfortable with. So there you go. That's what I would recommend. I do appreciate that you actually want to go support artists, though. That's good. All right. Well, with that, we bumbled around a lot because of the... We bumbled around a lot because, unfortunately, I did get stuck due to my very unfortunate resource management, but we did make it in the end. But that's going to be it for the night. So thanks again for joining me, everybody. I had a lot of fun getting to shoot the shit about all sorts of stuff. And, you know, talking about remakes and the natures of, like, how many remakes is too many remakes of one particular... It's not just an array of games, it's one game. Like, rant for another time, probably for someone else to do that's more research, because, like, Resident Evil 1 getting a remake again is wild. Yeah, everything I'm after is strictly safe for work, and AI can go suck a lemon. Yeah, like, AI fucking sucks. All right, well, thanks for joining me, everybody. For those that have been joining us or VOD watching, I'm usually live on Twitch at 7 p.m. CST, and as I've stated before, starting next week, I'm going to be going on a more weekday schedule, so I'll be able to stream more frequently at 7 p.m. The new schedule will consist of Tuesdays through Thursdays. Till next time, have a good night. Have a good night, Sprazzy. Actually, it's probably, afternoon for you? Have a good rest of your day. But yeah, that's the idea. So, starting next week, you'll be seeing me more frequently, so be sure to follow to catch me live then. And yeah, my Blue Sky is where you'll find me, so Blue Sky's typically it. Otherwise, I also post on my YouTube community page whenever I'm going live next, so be sure to follow me over there as well. And yeah, VOD watchers, stay hydrated, keep your postures checked, and I'll see you next time. Bye.